Hi, I'm Jules Noble and I'm retiring from refereeing for the PDC at the end of 2025.
George, pleasure to have you. A big announcement. Kind of walk us through how that decision came about.
Many aspects really. I've been 31 years I've been refereeing television darts tournaments, televised darts tournaments. I wouldn't say I still enjoy it, but I've got quite a few other interests now. I've got a daughter who's 21, I missed 17 of her birthdays. I've now got grandchildren, missed their birthdays, so it's all about a little bit more quality of life. Why I'm not retiring full time from everything. I wished I was, but I'm not. But yeah, it's just the refereeing side and being away. It's the days that you're away and living in and out of hotels, on aeroplanes and things like that. And I've enjoyed my time doing it, but I'm getting on a bit, so I think it's more of a younger person's game nowadays. I mean, the PDC have been great to me. I can't say anything. You know, they've been fantastic, but I think everyone runs their course of what they've done, and I want to go out while I'm still capable of doing the job. I want to go on my terms rather than someone say, well, you know what, I think it's time for you to go. So I'd like to think I'm going out at the top of what I do. And as I said, it's about quality of life really, and enjoying time with my family as well, as I'm trying to incorporate the PDC work with my other work. But as I said, I mean, I've had a great time with the PDC, and without them I wouldn't be where I am today in the other avenues of business that I'm in.
Do you remember the start of that journey 31 years ago?
Yeah, it was actually probably 33, 34 years ago where I used to play junior darts, and I was okay, I wasn't bad. And then I just sort of turned 18 and it was under 18s. So in the last sort of period of when I was playing, a guy called Roger Nixon, he was in charge of London darts, and he was instrumental in developing youth darts. So when youth darts actually started playing into counties, Roger was one of the main people. He came up with the idea that he thought I could be a referee, or would I be a referee for him? So that's how it actually started. I used to referee the junior games when I was too old to play, or probably, I say too old, it might have been I weren't good enough and I was still underage, but I'm sticking with too old.
Do you remember your first ever match what you refereed, television-wise?
No.
No.
I remember where it was. It was 1994 World Masters, I believe, in the Earls Court, a venue near Earls Court. I think it was the Ramada, a big hotel there. That was the first televised tournament I'd done.
Are there any other matches what stand out to you across your career?
I guess there's loads of matches really. I mean, I say it when I'm asked this question a lot. I mean, the night Phil Taylor won the Premier League when he hit 2 9-darters in one match, which I think it's been done since, but on the floor, but never on live TV. He actually missed the 8th treble, attempting a 3rd one in the same match. So yeah, that would probably be one of the highlights of the matches that stuck out. I mean, I refereed a great game between Adrian Lewis and Phil Taylor at a Grand Slam that broke the record for 180s. Yeah, numerous big matches, but I guess they're the ones that really stand out. I mean, there is more, but they'd probably be 2 of the biggest ones.
What about people-wise across your refereeing career? Have you come across anyone who will definitely stick with you beyond the refereeing?
I knew Russ when I was 8, so he'd be 17, 18. I used to go to darts tournaments with my dad in the area, and we was both in the same area, so it's quite weird, like an 18-year-old and an 8-year-old go on to sort of front refereeing in the TV world of the PDC. So yeah, Russ is a good mate of mine. I've got loads of good mates in the game. You know, I will miss the people. I will miss the socialising side of it, because obviously once you finish work, you got a lot of friends outside of that. I mean, and what I will still do is time to time I'll probably, if they give me a ticket, I'll probably turn up and go to some of the events to see, you know, the friends that I've made in the game.
Obviously it's a worldwide tour. Where are some of the best places refereeing has taken you?
Well, I mean, Las Vegas. I mean, everyone loves Las Vegas. If you
Stories you can't tell though.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas, New York, Dubai, China, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, the whole of Europe. I've obviously missed quite a few different countries out. Someone pays you to go there and work. I mean, it's great. You know, that's the upside of it. One year I've done every European tour event, so you get on a plane on a Thursday, and then you get out there, you work Friday, work Saturday, work Sunday, get back on the plane on Monday, maybe depending on time of flight, not going until Monday evening. You have Tuesday, Wednesday at home, get back on the plane again Thursday, and that's like constant. And then in between that, you'd have Premier Leagues. So look, I'm not complaining because you obviously get well paid for it. I've now started to scale down the last year or two. But years previous, I was probably 8 months a year, I was probably not at home. I was only home 4 months a year. I mean, my wife actually says if it was the other way around, we probably still wouldn't be married. But so I think it's probably helped in that respect.
Obviously, you mentioned the Premier League there. As we're recording this, you've recently done your last Euro tour, your last Premier League, the match play is coming up soon. Is it starting to set in a little bit for you when you start to do these things for the last time? No,
not really. I'm not. I'm actually looking forward to having some form of normality again. And you know, I'm not saying I'm not been normal because I've enjoyed what I've done. It's been a great experience. I've been very lucky and privileged to be in the position I've been in. You know, and it's been a great journey. And you know, in the early days when I worked for the BDO till 2007 and left and then joined the PDC. And the growth in the PDC has been astronomical. So you know, I've really enjoyed my time. But I think I've come to terms with that. I think my time's up. I think I'd like to, as I explained, I'd like to have a slice more quality of life. But I've also got a lot of projects I'm working on. And I want to make them come to more fruition and be able to dedicate time to that. But not. I know it's coming. I wouldn't say it's sinking in because I actually think it's the correct decision. So, have I stood on a stage at the O2 last week and looked out and thought this is the last time I'm going to be standing out there? Maybe I did, but it wasn't like emotional or anything about it. I just think it's the correct decision. So, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I've got I'm going to New York in a couple of weeks' time for the World Series of Darts, and then I'm on to the Blackpool for the match play. I'm not doing the Grand Slam in Wolverhampton, and then I believe I've got Players' Championship at Butlins, Minehead, and then on to the Worlds, and then that's me. So who knows how I feel? I don't know, but I mean, as I feel now, I think it's the correct decision, so I'm happy with it. I'm not like, I'm sad to be. I'd be a lot sadder if I'd sort of got the push.
Finally, obviously you say darts has grown, that means new players coming into the game, but it also means new officials coming into the game. If you had any words of advice for them, what would it be?
One bit of advice I'd give someone, if someone's hit 180 and the next player's really fast, you don't have to drag the 180 call out. Cut it, don't, it's not about the ref. The ref doesn't have to be the star of the show. It's about the player. In my experience, no one's ever bought a ticket in the Premier League to come and see me. They buy a Premier League ticket to come and see the players and enjoy the experience of what's been created by the PDC. It's a fantastic event. So I would say that don't try to be the star of the show. So you have to think that you have to finish every call and whilst the player. You're there to referee a game, but you're there to. So I think the best compliment someone can pay you is, and I've had it a few times, I'm sure some of the other refs have, is that they don't remember who's refereeing their game. If you do something wrong, they'll remember you. But if you're sort of low key and you try to tailor your refereeing to the match, I think that'll always work out as an advantage for you.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much, George.
You're welcome.